Good morning to you all. I hope everybody is fine and you all are preparing for your half yearly examination. The date is not declared till now, but very soon it will be declared and you will be getting your date sheet. So now we will see in today's video class about the same topic from MySQL, and these three are the last topic of that very chapter. So first of all, we will see about how to remove the data, how to remove the rows from the table. Second, we will see to alter the table, how the columns will be added or removed from the existing table. And at last, we will see how to drop the table, how to remove the table. So one by one we will see, and we will do the practical also at the same time. So let us see how to remove the data from a table. The delete command or the statement is used to delete the rows from a table, and the syntax is you have to write first of all the delete, and then after from, and then after the table name, and afterwards where, and then the condition. Where table name is a table whose records are to be deleted. The table which you want to delete, you will mention it over here. For example, delete from employee where empno equal to 108. It means that we are following this very syntax. Here table name is employee and the where condition specifies as empno equal to 108. So from the employee table, whoever's employee number is 108, that will be deleted. So the above statement shall delete the record only for the employee number 108. The second way is if you want to delete all the records from the table at once. You want to delete all the records from the employee table, then it will be written as delete from employee. So this is the way to delete all the contents, all the records, all the rows from the employee table. Nothing you need to mention. Simply what you need to mention, delete from employee. But if any specific record you want to delete, then you have to put the condition with the where clause. So this we will see in practical how it will be done. Here you can see there is a table employee, and these all are the information. This is the column employee ID, employee name, designation, salary, joining date, and these are the records. And we want to delete the records, either the single one or the multiple one or whole record at once. First of all, we will see how to delete any specific record. Maybe it is a single one or the more than one record based upon the where condition. So to delete any record, to delete any data from the table, we will use the delete command. Just after the delete, you will write from and name of the table. According to the syntax, we have to go delete from employee where, suppose I want to delete all the joining date who is null, or if you want to delete all the designation who is clerk, or if you want to delete this very records 1009. So that very condition you have to specify whichever record you want to delete. So this is about how to put the condition. If I'll write delete from employee where emp id is equal to 1009, then what will happen? That specific record 1009 from the table employee will get deleted. Query OK has come, means that command is successfully executed. Select asterisk from employee to check it. Now this particular records is no longer exist in the table employee. This is deleted. So this is about how to delete a single record. If you want to delete all the contents at once, or if you want to delete all clerk, so at a time you can remove 4 records if you will specify the designation as clerk. So if you will select delete from employee where designation equal to clerk, then all the clerk 1, 2, 3, 4 at once, all 4 records will get deleted. So what you will specify in the where condition, that only records will get deleted. And this delete command, if you want to delete all the records from the employee at once, then you will specify delete from employee. right now I am not going to delete all the records because we need these very records, otherwise we have to insert the records again. So to understand this, simply you will use delete from employee if you are not supposed to see the records into the table employee. All the records you want to delete at once or at a time, all the records you want to delete or remove, then you will use the command delete from employee. So this is the way to delete the records, either the single one or all the records through the with the help of delete command. So now we will move to our next topic, which is altering table. So the second topic which I want to discuss is today is the altering tables. Altering table means you have to change the definition of the table with the help of alter table command. So the alter table command is used to modify the definition or the structure of the table by modifying the definition of its column. Means the table structure will be changed or modified or edited by the help of modifying the definition of its column. Definition of the column means you have to change the name of the column, if you want to change the size of the column, if you want to remove add any constraint on the table for any specific column. So that all functions can be done with the help of alter table command. And the alter table command does the following operations. These all functions can be done with the help of alter table command, and this command is very important. So all these points you should remember. The very first operation that has to be done by the help of alter table command is to add a column to an existing table. You have 5 columns, one more column or more than or any number of columns can be added into the table by the help of alter table command. We will see practically. Let me discuss all these points. To rename any existing column. Renaming the column means you have written the name for the you have written the column name. Now later on you realize that this you want to change the name of the column, you do not like that very column, so you want to change it. That can also be done with the help of alter table command. Third purpose of alter table command is to change the data type of any column. To change the data type means or to modify its size. Data type earlier you have taken char, now you realize that it should be varchar, and at the same time you want to change the size of the column also. That can also be done with the help of alter table command. The next task for alter table command is to remove the column. As you will add the column, that you can delete the column also from the existing table. And at last, to add an integrity constraint. If you want to add the primary key at the time of creating the table, you have not created the primary key, later on you want to add the primary key into the table, that can also be done by the help of alter table command. So these tasks, actually what will happen when you will perform these all tasks, you will do or you will modify the structure of the table, you will modify the definition of the table. That is why the purpose of alter table command is to modify the definition. Through these functions we will actually perform the structure on the table. Means whatever structures already had at the time of creating the table, that we are going to change, that the definition of the table we are going to change. So that definition of the table can be changed by the help of alter table command. So these all 6 tasks we will do one by one practically. So the first task is how to add the column. You have empid, name, these all are the name of the column of the table employee, and now you want to add the column. Suppose you want to add the column of the name as address or the city, then how it will be added? With the help of alter table command. So you will write here as alter table, either capital or small letter, no problem in MySQL. Alter table employee, okay, then you have to use the keyword add. This you need to remember, add is the name of the keyword to add the column into the table, and the column name is suppose address. Okay, add address, and at last you have to specify the name of the data type and its size. Address would be the data type varchar, and its size maximum limit you will provide it as 20. Okay, and then you will click on semicolon, put the semicolon, query OK, means the the column is getting added. If you want to check it, you can see address column added with all records initially as null. Null is coming because just now you have added the address and no value is inserted or entered into the address field. Okay, this is the way to add the column into the table. Whenever the question will be there, you have there maybe the name of the column will be specified, and you have to take the data type on your own according to the column which you are going to add, or sometimes the size and limit is also provided. Only you have to use this very command for adding the column into the table. So now the earlier it was 5 column, and this time now when we have added the column it becomes 6 column. It means that the degree of this employee is how many? 6. Number of columns specify the degree of the table. So the degree of this employee table is 6. Second, we will see how to rename any existing column. Renaming the column means to change the name of the column. Suppose we want to change the name of the column EMPID as employee number, or simply we want to make it as ID. This EMPID column name we want to change it as ID. Then how it will be done? You will write alter table, same command with same syntax, only a little bit changes you have to do. Alter table employee, and the keyword that you are going to use is change. To change the name of the column, you will use the keyword change here. Name of the command would be same, only the keyword you will be changing for different purposes. Alter table employee change, and then after you will write the name of the column, old column name and then the new column name. So old column name is EMPID, and now you want to change it with the new column as ID, and after that you have to specify its size. EMPID was integer 5. Again it has executed. You need to confirm it. Again the same command. Now you can see earlier EMPID was the name of the column, and now it has become ID as the name of the column because we have changed it. So change keyword is used to change the name of the column. Add keyword with alter table command is used to add the column. Third was alter table command to change the data type of any column. Data type of any column means you have to first see what all data types you have used in this table. So first of all we will use to see the structure of the table with the help of DESC command or describe command. Now you can see the type as well as the limit is given. So if you want to change the data type of any column, then you can do so. If you want to change the designation varchar 15 as char 15, or salary you want to make it as decimal, okay, or address you want to make it as char, or ID you want to make it as decimal, but ID should not be a decimal, it should be int. Suppose you want to change the limit, in place of 5 you want to make it as 10, that can also be done with the help of alter table command. So let us see how it will be done. Alter table employee, and then we will use the keyword modify. So for different purposes we have different keywords. You need to remember the keywords when to use. Alter table employee, then modify, and we will modify the emp name, emp name, earlier it is varchar 15, now I want to make it as char 20. Fixed character length I have used it, and then semicolon, again query OK. It means it has changed. Just check it again, the same DSC, that is the describe employee. Now you can see it has become char 20. Earlier it was varchar 15, now it is char 20. So in that way you can modify any of the column. You can increase or decrease the size of the column also. Salary 7 digit, if you want to make it as 10 digit, that can also be done by the help of alter table command with modify keyword. So you need to remember, add is for adding the column, change is to change the name of the column, modify is to change the definition of the column, data type of the column. Okay, now if you want to remove any column, removing means the dropping any column. Sometimes the question may ask how to drop the column. Dropping the column means removing the column or deleting the column from the existing table. Same command, alter table employee, and then we want to drop the column. What we have added as address, that I want to now remove it. Drop, and which column I want to remove? The address one, ADD, this address which we had added, address. So alter table employee, drop address. Yes, here when we have seen DSC employee, this command, then address column is showing here. When again if you will write DSC employee, then address column is removed. One more command to check it, select asterisk from employee. Now you can see the address column gets removed. It is not coming, earlier it was there. And finally we have the alter table command to add the primary key. So first of all you check that this ID column is the primary key, and if you want to add the primary key, already when we have created the employee table, then we have created the primary key at the time of creating the table. But if it will not be there, then you can do so by the help of the same command, alter table employee, and then add, and afterwards you will write primary key, and for which field you want to make it primary key? For ID field. But it will not be there, this command is not going to execute it because already it had the primary key. Error, multiple primary key defined. This error is coming because already we have created this ID, and another column we cannot make it as primary key. So you can try for another table. At the time of creating the table, you are not supposed to create the primary key, then only this particular statement or the command will execute. So this command will work when there is no primary key is created for any of the column in the table, then only it will work, otherwise you will see this very error. Okay, so this is the way to create the primary key, to add the primary key, to add and remove the column, to add the to change the definition of the column, to modify the column, etc. can be done by the help of alter table command. The question may come, what is the difference between alter table command and update command? So you are not supposed to confuse between the alter table and the update command. Okay, next we will see the last topic of this very chapter, how to drop the table. Dropping table. The drop table command remove or delete a table permanently which is not in use. Suppose you have the table, now you don't need that very table, you want to remove it. So removing the table means whatever storage has provided or given for the very table, it will be removed, or that storage the physically, because whenever you will create the table is going to store into your hard disk. So when you will be removing the table, then whatever storage has been taken by the table, that will also get released. Okay, so drop table command is used to remove the table or to delete a table permanently, and its syntax is drop table if exist is given under the square bracket, means it is optional. Okay, and then the table name and at last semicolon. Example, if you want to delete the table employee, then you will write drop table employee. So this we will do practically, but you should remember that when you will delete the table employee, then all the records as well as the table will no longer be used. It will be deleted from the database. So let us see how it will be done. So we will do this drop table command with some another table. Okay, yes. So if I'll write drop table employee, the employee table will get deleted. So we do not want to delete this employee table, because we have very important data over here, and this table later on we will be using it. So we are not supposed to delete this one. We will delete the another table. So you have to check that is there any other table are there in your database or not. So you will write show tables, and this command will be executed for the database class 12. Okay, yes, class 12. Yes, so table in class 12 is employee and STD. So you first there are two tables, employee and STD. So you can delete STD. Let us see what is there any information data in the STD or not. So how you will check it? You can apply the command select asterisk from STD. If you will use this, you can see RNO name. There are only three records and 2 columns there, and we are not having this table. We don't want to use this very table, so now we can delete it. So how it will be deleted? You will simply write drop table, and then you will specify the name of the table STD. Drop table STD. Query okay, 0 rows affected. If I'll write the same thing, select asterisk from STD, then what will happen? Table class 12 STD does not exist, means class 12 is a database name. So this database STD, the table which is inside the database class 12 does not exist. It is deleted from the database. Okay, so you should be very careful when you are going to delete the table. One more thing I want to tell you, somewhere I am writing drop table, then alter table, and some command does not need this table keyword. I want to recall the things that when we are using the DDL command will have create, alter, drop. These are the name of the statement, or these are the examples of the DDL command. These all create, alter and drop needs the table keyword, like drop table, alter table, create table. But DMLA statement like delete, update, insert into, select does not require the keyword table. Directly we write update employee. We are not writing update table employee. Okay, then we are simply writing select. We are not writing select table. Okay, then for insert into, we are not writing insert into table. TABLE, this keyword must be written only for DDL commands. For example, create, alter and drop. So this you need to remember. So the whole topic of MySQL revision 2 gets over, and we will continue. We will see some I will give you the assignment based on this, but before that I'll give the assignment on plotting with pyplot, that is still left. So I'll be giving the assignments for that plotting with pyplot, that you have to first do it as a board practical, and then later on we will give the assignment on MySQL. So this topic, that is MySQL revision tour, you have to be learn for your half yearly examination. Till now we are having this much syllabus only, whole Python and MySQL revision tool, whatever I taught, and you have to check it from the book also, that every topic I have covered it or not, and each question of at the back side of the chapter is very very important. So you have to solve it, you have to practice it. Okay, thank you, goodbye.